Hello there and welcome back to another Thunderous Productions video. I'm the madman behind the mic, Jag Thunder, and this is Minecraft. And what's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Military Airfield. So I think the last episode, and it depends on how I put these together, I may cut some, splice some, and put it all in one. I don't really know yet. So wherever this left off, I said I would be back and I would fix the sidewalk off camera and put in these little grassed in areas and try to figure those out. I just could not concentrate. And then I would go ahead and put this little grass feature in. There's another one in the picture and I will put that on the screen like I usually do so we can take a look at it. There's another one right here. There's another entrance and I don't have the room to put it in. Overscaled things just a little bit down here, I think. Which is fine. This still looks really good. I'm happy with it, and I did finally get the sidewalk figured out, and I figured out what this mess here was doing. There's a car parked like right here, so I'll put in some lines a little bit later on. There'll be some white lines as you can see on the picture, and of course there is a loading area up here just to the left of the door, I think is where that starts. I may have to move that over maybe one more, but I think that looks really good. Let's see, this opening here, I've got that straightened out a little bit better. Took the roof back off this because I zoomed in on the picture and realized it doesn't have a roof on it. Again, it's got a big, looks like a big air conditioning unit from what I can tell, but I'm not 100% sure, or maybe even a big compressor. Again, we will fill that space up later, so nothing to worry about on that one. Now down the sidewalk, there's some palm trees, some little palm trees on each side. I will do that with MC Edit. That way I can use the schematics and just plunk them right in. And then there's also, it looks like some little, call them ballards, tie downs for like a ship every so often. And I'm not sure what I want to use to put those in. I tried putting in the cobblestone wall, and that just didn't quite turn out right. And let me look at it again, because we're going to put this, like, there's one here, right in the corner of that. Oops, I need to get a little closer. And then one here, and probably one here. And let's move that one back. That way that one lines up. I mean, this is the right color, and it looks like it'll work good. I've just got to figure out where to put it. But this one isn't quite straight across, but it's more diagonal. And it's right next to this parking space. And then these follow that going down at an angle, so we're going to have to come back at an angle, like you say, like right there. And my sidewalk starting here is 2, 2, actually it's 3 sets of 2, so I just counted that up in there, and I'll start like right here's 1. All right, so 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, and then I just laid across here until I picked up the same pattern again, going 2, 2, and the other 2 was obviously right here, and then 1, and then 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, and then I did the same thing going down this side, 2, 2, 2, 1, all the way down. So just so you know what I did and where I left off. And again, this is kind of diagonal like this, and I'm gonna try to hold the same position as I figure this out, and then the next one, and then the next one, and then maybe one more. There we go. That looks really good. All right, now this here, let's see, probably here, and then straight across at an angle, like here, and there, 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 and down here. There we go. Now that looks a lot better. I've had time to concentrate, took a little break, came back, and that looks really good. I've got those little ballard things in, and I can go ahead and touch this up, fix this a little bit better. And I was going to use this to outline, and I didn't. That part is raised up. That part is not. I think is what I might want to do. Let's see if I can connect them, how that will look if I do this and outline. there. I definitely want to go there and then go, let's see, this way. And I'm just going to do a little piece here and see what it looks like. It may be a little bit too tall, but the rest of these grass features are kind of up. And I do want some elevated areas and I do want some flat areas. So I'm thinking, that don't look right. It needs that curb. But what if I don't raise that up? If I just go ahead and leave it flat? So anyways, fill this back in and then put the curbs in, and maybe I'll just leave that one down there raised and I'll leave these lower. Let's see what this looks like. I'll go ahead and finish outlining this. Get rid of this one here. This was way the hell out. And here, and leave that corner. See what this looks like. And yes, I am still a little hoarse, guys. I have just been filming like a mad dog, getting a shit ton of videos done, and got a lot of content coming up for you guys, a lot of different Let's Builds and things like that, some tutorials, and that will clear my schedule so that I can work on these bigger builds that I have going on and get those tutorials done. And that way you guys have some really awesome stuff for the summertime. This one here, and that'll be all right. And like that. Let's see what that looks like. Not too bad. I put some trees in there and some shrubs and some bone meal the crap out of that, and I think that will turn out just fine. This curb is going to run, and it's just on that side. It's not on this side, which is kind of weird. This car over here, this is parked up against one, so I can probably run that out, maybe to right there. I don't know. I almost kind of liked it better without that. Alright, so I might strip that down, leave the curb off of it, maybe knock all this back down, because I think that's just a little too tall now. I mean, I like the outlining. Maybe if I actually do it down in the pavement, if I do, instead of there, if I do here and outline. Have to think about that for a little bit. We'll come back to that. Let me think about that. So anyways, continuing down the building, put in a couple more windows, and we are reaching the corner, and this is where we're going to switch over. And let me move my picture down a little bit. And I think, all right, I had to scroll my picture down a little bit. I've got another building over here. Looks like some sort of a maintenance shop. Doesn't look really big, and there is definitely some fencing coming off this corner going out that way, so I won't worry about that right now. And there is some fencing right here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna make it 4 high, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, and then like that, and then there's a solid wall right here. So I think that looks good. And then we're going to go back this way, and it looks like it's about the same width as the building, but there's a break in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then up. And then we're going to go back this way, and this is solid. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that. And maybe there is a door here. I can't see it, so I'm going to improvise and assume that maybe there is a door right there, and then it comes back out again like that. And another set of walls here, so it looks like the other one. And maybe even take that away and put bars in between that. Let's see what that looks like. Like that. And then same thing here. Oops. And finish this around the corner. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That'll work out good. That'll be fine. that will work out just fine. Alright, just like that. And we'll get rid of these bushes. 10 after. Go for 10 after. And I'm just talking to myself for a second. I was trying to figure out the time. Again, I forgot to start my timer. I don't think you guys really mind. I hope you don't mind. Hope you're enjoying the series. If you are new to it and you missed a lot of episodes, and you're just now picking up on this, I don't do a lot of Let's Plays. Let's Builds around my channel. Kind of new to it. So I am stuttering. I am having a hard time with building and talking at the same time. I'm not used to it. So bear with me. Just bear with me a little bit. I can't chew gum and walk at the same time. Actually, yes, I can. I was asking people for questions in the comment sections. Again, if I have not gotten to them, is because I am bulk building. Again, just trying to get done as much as I can. So I don't have any questions built up. But this series is going to last for a while, trust me. We've got a lot of buildings. We got a lot of roads to put in. So we will have plenty of opportunity to answer everybody's questions, I am sure. So just make sure to put them in the comment section, and I will and I will find a way to get them in the future episodes. So if you haven't heard yours yet, this is why, is because I am several episodes ahead. So if you leave it in this one, and then 4 episodes down the road you still have not heard it, it's probably because I filmed it the same day I filmed this one and I didn't have your comment yet. So just be patient on the comments. I will get them. Alright, so just like this. I think this is turning out pretty good here. Again, I'm not really sure what this is. I'm zoomed in on it. It's definitely a fenced-in area of some sort. And the only thing I can think of is big air conditioning units. That's the only thing that's popping into my head right now for what would go in here. Because I don't see too many on top of the building. So I'm thinking this one here, and then the one down further down there is the same thing. And building this size in Guam, I would imagine would be very, very sticky, very, very hot, and would need a lot of air conditioning. So that's what this is going to be. And sometimes when you don't know what something is, of course we just improvise. And unless somebody lives there and can tell you anything different, fuck them. Alright, there's a gap between here and a sidewalk. And I might need to pick up the stone. And I will not be setting bars again because it just takes entirely too long. I would just say, wow, look at the shaders go. I would just say, this is where the bars go. I'll do it off camera. Sidewalk's not too bad. I can ramble a little bit while I do a couple pieces down through here. Alright, just like that. And 1, 2, 3. We're going to have 3 spaces here because this is going to connect in out to the parking lot. So we'll have a 3 wide walkway going to the parking lot, and then the building will sit on the outside of this. So let's go ahead and smash through this. And I'm using different colors for the parking lot and the sidewalks and stuff like that to try to make it look like some of the materials have been faded over time and replaced. So some of it looks aged. Of course, some of it's different materials. Got concrete for the sidewalks, asphalt for the parking lots, and then concrete for the runways and the main heavily traveled areas for like bigger trucks and stuff like that. So out here where they park the planes, concrete is way stronger than asphalt, especially in the hot sun. The asphalt gets very, very soft and the planes would sink. So I'm thinking out here definitely going to stick with the stone for the concrete. It just makes a lot of sense to me. So that's kind of how I do my reasoning. Again, because I've been in the military, it does kind of help. So just go with it. All right, this is going to be another building right here. And again, probably a maintenance shop. The door is actually up here from what I can see on the picture. And so we'll just go ahead and put the door up there. continue the wall down, and this doesn't quite go as far. It kicks back in, and that looks like a good place, nice and even. Kick it back in several blocks. It doesn't matter because there's no door there, so it doesn't matter how many blocks I go in. And then same thing going this way. If you're trying to follow along, again, best of luck. I'm trying to do the absolute best that I can, but things change. Things are going to change, and some things I am going to have to do off camera. So you've got the rough layout from the beginning, and you can just go ahead and use that and try to make it look the same. I will have a download of this building when it is completed. Probably will not put an interior in any of the buildings, just because it will just take way too long, especially the size of these buildings. My suburban house, let's build. I'm doing the interiors on those just because they're houses, and that is the specific build. I want to keep this moving. I've got a lot of buildings to put in for this series, and each building is probably going to take 5 to 8 episodes easy. I think we are already on probably 7 or 8 on this one, again, depending on how I edit it and put it together. And I really don't want to go over no more than 10, if possible, on these buildings. I'm sure the hangar bay that I put over that is going to take several episodes, and I think that's where we're going to move next. But this being the main build, I'm perfectly okay with 10 or 11 episodes. I am fine with that. So that is what we are going to concentrate towards, and then I will have a download, and of course I will have it in the title, and if you're following along you will know anyways, because I'll tell you right off the bat. This building is done. The thumbnail should change, I hope, if I'm ahead. If it doesn't, then I got behind again, and I'll be using the same thumbnail. But as I work through it, I want to change the thumbnail. That's another reason why I'm trying to stay ahead. That way when I'm done with this, I can snap a picture, bang, and that's your thumbnail for this particular part of Let's Build an Airfield. And then we can move on to the hangar bay, and hopefully I can finish that before these episodes run out, and I can snap a picture of that. That way when that one changes over, what did I do? Bang. I can use that for the thumbnail. That's my new thing for today. Bang. Really quiet. A lot of people go boom and make noise, but I don't know, I just feel like being quiet because my throat is getting very raw. I've probably recorded 5, 6 hours, 7 hours, probably 7 or 8 hours in videos in the past 2 days. Sorry about that. And I put that on vibrate, and I got a bad habit of doing that, guys. And let's see, and there's parking around here. There's a parking lot. There's a door over here on the left side. Right here. Looks like a good place for an access door. And then around over here, the road comes in, and there's another car parked on that side. And then there's more parking around here. So I'm going to probably guess there might be a door and a few windows. Not many, because the rest of the building is pretty solid. And then off camera, I will put a roof on it that looks similar to this without the red. So that's the outline for that building. And then I'll go ahead and stone all this in. Stone around that, and then this road will go off to another area of the airfield. So it'll probably end right about out in here. So the next episode that we jump back into, the roof will be done. This sidewalk will come on down. This parking lot will come on down with the asphalt, and then I'll start turning this in, and then this part of the airfield will start turning back out and probably merge with this. I'm not sure how much I'll get done off camera. And then I want to put the palm trees in, and probably smack some bone meal in here, and just small stuff that you can you can do yourselves if you're trying to follow along, and then it's not going to hurt anything for me to do it off camera. So that is what I'm going to do. I think that is a good episode. This is a good stopping point. Might be a little bit shorter episode. I don't know. I didn't start my timer. I will try to remember to start my timer on the next one. So like always, guys, I appreciate you watching. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.